Hello RC friends, and welcome to this video today, which I am very excited about because this is my first look at the Schumacher Atom 3. Now for all of you RC aficionados out there, you would know that I do enjoy racing my GT12. I have been racing with the Atom 2, which you can see is politely stored in this corner box thing over there. The results have been a little bit sketchy. Definitely different to other cars that I've driven. It is super fun and I really enjoy it, but it's taken me quite a while to get the car to a position where it's, doing really well, and I guess, my driving has come a long way as well. I am not just running either the carbon version or the S2 version. I am running a bit of an amalgamation, which I am going to explain why and show you in this video. But first things first, if you're new to the channel, like the video, drop a sub, loads more videos gonna be coming. There's race days, there's unboxings, potentially even some build videos as well. Now, because you're here, I imagine you want to see what is inside the Atom 3 box. So let's just crack this bad boy open and see what goodies await. So we get a manual, we get a sticker set, and we get tons and tons of parts because, as you know, this is a kit build and you have to build it yourself. Now, the keen-eyed out there of you may have noticed that the chassis is missing from this kit. And the reason why the chassis is missing from this kit is because I'm actually going to use it myself to build my Atom 3. I do have a carbon version of the kit as well, and I'm going to be using all of the parts in this kit to build my car apart from the chassis. The reason being is the S2 material which Schumacher make their cars out of. It's more flexible than the carbon fiber chassis. If it ends up that I've got too much grip or the car's not handling as I would like it to, then I've always got the option of mounting everything back onto the carbon fiber chassis. But for the meantime, that's how I'm gonna build the car. So without further ado, let's just get this bad boy together. Man, I am so excited. And here she is. I don't know why I'm saying she. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. It's a car. But saying here he is. Yeah, I don't know. Here is my Atom 3 all built up and ready to go. Now, I did take the motor, the fan mount, the speedo, everything, all of the electronics from my previous Atom 2 and put it straight into here. Just because I don't have, the money bag pockets to build up a brand new car with all the electronics as well. Although saying that, this here is a brand new ESC. Now the reason why it's got a brand new ESC in there is because my other one decided to cancel out during the middle of a firmware update and it's bricked it. More of that to come in another video. If anybody knows anyone in like the UK hobby wing sector that can help out, that would be great, because that's like 195 £1 paperweight that I now have, and I'm really sad about it, so any help would be lovely, thank you. Building the car was tons of fun. Like I said, I quite enjoy building the kits, not hugely for the building aspect, but mainly more so I can see how everything goes together, so if something goes wrong later down the line, I've got a rough idea what could be the problem and also how to resolve it. Building the car pretty much went exactly how I felt it was going to go. The instructions are really clear, everything is nicely bagged in each single step, so even if you're not that great at doing kits, this was a really easy kit to build. There were a couple of things that stuck out to me on this build though, so if you do build one of these yourselves, you won't fall into the same issues I did. First up is installing all of these kind of threaded insert grommet type things into all of these bits here where you need to put these threads. Now in the manual, it recommends you to use a bolt and washers and tighten it up to the point where it kind of slowly pushes it in. I didn't feel like I had the time or the patience for that. So instead, I got some mold grips and used those to kind of like force it in place, and then I also got a hammer and hammered them in place as well. And I don't know if people from Schumacher are going to be like, oh god, why did you do it that way? But it went quite quickly and I haven't had any issues with them like sliding around and falling out or anything like that. So far, I can recommend doing that technique. I also found the front bumper to be a little bit too big. So you can see by all these little nubbins here on the front, I've actually cut off the extra part of the bumper. Now this probably isn't going to affect everyone with the car because it may depend a little bit on what body you're using with it. And I've decided to go for the Montec GT12 Acura because it looks absolutely sick. As you can see, I've got it cut out, ready to go, and I am ready to move into paint. Well, when masking and things like that. And I'm going to post a full video spraying this, masking it, the whole works, because I've got a cool idea to do this in a really quick, simple, easy way, but I think it's going to look really sick too. So subscribe and keep an eye out for that video. As you see, if I pop this body on in place, the bumper is right up against the front of the body. It's not just touching, there's a couple of millimeters on each corner, but if this bumper was the full size out here, it would be pushing it, touching it, and it would be sitting the body up like this. So that may be something for you to keep an eye out for. The other area which I found I had to modify with the car was the front steering blocks. The problem that I had with mine was the steering blocks were so tight on the dampers, it was first quite difficult to steer it, so my servo was a little bit slower on there, and also because it was so tight, it wouldn't go up and down that easily. So I talked to my wonderful friend Jimmy, who hooked me up with a 4.6mm drill bit, and that seemed to be absolutely perfect. Now I haven't run the car yet, so I don't know if boring out the steering block like that is going to then allow for the shock oil to leak out of the damper. So I will feed back to you in that once I've managed to run this car for the first time. And if you don't want to miss out on the car's first outing, make sure you hit that subscribe and like button. I must admit, I am super excited to get this car out on the track and see how it goes. I am very much aware, however, though, that cars often don't perform how you want them to, and there is definitely going to be tuning needed. But I am going to run the car completely stock and then make changes from there. And I think I'm going to have a bloody good time. If you want to pick up your own Atom 3, you can find them in the link below. There's also bodies on there for them as well, along with some other GT12 bits too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.